there, welcome to the 6th completed episode of 30 Before 30, a series where I'm reading 30 books recommended to me by 30 TikTok creators in the year before I turn 30. Here I'm going to talk about Revolutionary Suicide by Huey P. Newton, a book recommended to me by my friend Conscious Lee. As always, stick to the end where we'll be picking out our very next read. This book is a biography written by Huey P. Newton, co-founder of the Black Panther Party. You might be curious, what the fuck is revolutionary suicide? Newton essentially sets up two contrasting types of people, a revolutionary suicide and a reactionary suicide. His whole point is that the reactionary suicide is somebody that commits suicide because they submit to the conditions under which they are living, whereas the revolutionary suicide is somebody that is actively fighting for things to become better in a situation where they are entirely aware they are risking their own life. And so if they die in this struggle, it is, in a sense, a suicide, but a revolutionary one. Now, it might not surprise you to learn, based off of just the initial framing of this book, that this is not just a biography, it is also a political manifesto. And truthfully, I found the political manifesto portions of the book to be some of the most interesting. They included things like an incredibly detailed and thorough condemnation of our legal system, Newton's philosophies on religion and education, and what it means to be a revolutionary. And one of the most interesting philosophical portions of this book are the parallels he draws between Plato's allegory of a cave and black people's experience in the United States. He argues that just like the people in the cave need to be liberated in order to be able to tell the difference between truth and falsehoods, that black people in the United States also need to be liberated themselves in order to be able to tell the difference between truth and the falsehoods that have been placed upon them. There's a lot about this book that's really thought-provoking. He also spends quite a lot of time dispelling many of the myths about the Black Panther Party that perpetuate even to this very day. Like, when most people hear the Black Panthers, the thing they imagine is a group of black men with guns that got into violent shootouts with the police, as opposed to a group of people that are trying to educate and draw attention to inequities based on racial lines and provide safety and security to black communities in America who often don't receive that safety and security from the people they are supposed to receive it from. Also, it's probably not surprising to learn that even, like, some of the more famous conflicts between the Black Panthers and the police you've probably been lied to about. So yeah, there's quite a lot in this book that's been tossing over in my head since I closed it. It's written in a very matter-of-fact way, which at first was a little difficult to get used to, but if you're somebody that's trying to educate yourself on black struggles in the United States, or like communism, then you should check this out. But anyways, thank you Conscious Lee for recommending this book, and now I have to pick out our next read. And the person picking out our next read is going to be Nominal Naomi. Naomi. Oh, Naomi.
Hey Yuval. The book I'm recommending is Whipping Girl by Julia Serrano. I stumbled upon this book pretty early on during my transition, and it played a big role in me fully coming to terms with my transition, dismantling a lot of the gender shame that I had grown up with, and just broadening my perspective and ability to communicate on trans issues. It's the kind of book that anyone can learn a lot from, and I hope you enjoy.
Okay, I've got Whipping Girl right here, ready to read. At 362 pages, it should take me 14 days to read, which means if I start this book tomorrow, April 5th, I should be finished by April 18th, which means I should be back here on April 19th to talk about the book as well as to pick out our next read. See you then!